Jason, I think we will sort of get to the last point of this project. And originally, the main idea was to take a pad and make it less digital. And
wow, did we sort of veer off of that course a little bit, maybe?
That's perfect.
That's how it goes.
So, I mean, now, I don't know if in the last point of this this project, you could sort of layer things around that pad to see what would come up as, you know, like the central point of the pad, and then kind of layer things around to see what comes up.
Sure, let's try and locate that. I think this is it. This is where it all began. I'm gonna duplicate this, so we'll leave this original one in there. Yeah, and let's play it and just hear it. I don't even remember what it sounds like. Yeah, so analog, right? Sounds like... Well, I mean, it could honestly work with everything else. I think it would be just a matter of either hitting record and putting it out on the timeline and fading different channels up or down, or...
Go for it.
Yeah, let's start at the beginning.
That will end
our segment. Just stop all these, and I'll basically just hit record and
go for it.
See what happens. Sometimes I got to do this 5 times before I actually like it, but we'll see what happens with once. Maybe I'll just start with this. I don't know what this does. Yeah, this could be an interesting intro. There it is. All right. Let's turn on this one. Keeps cutting off for some reason. Got like reverb on this, just a little more. Reverb's my favorite. and you know, it's all a bit scruffy. Would need a lot of work, you know, over here when we're done to smooth everything out and make things kind of land where you want them to. And let's see, it looks like we're at about, you know, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. We could sort of let this go for another few minutes. There's certainly a lot of interplay between sounds, some generative kind of sounding stuff happening there. Definitely not a perfect song by any stretch, but you know, it could be a start and could easily be turned into something. I could even hear like a saxophone solo, you know, intermittently happening along top of this. Different instruments, like even some live drums, you know, cymbals and things. I can just hear. I think this is so synthetic that honestly what would really help is like to give it some live instrumentation. You know, not always readily available for people, but you know, that's what I always tend to hear. It makes like very electronic sounding things a lot more, helps them breathe and not feel as digital or just a straight electronic, you know. It's a good marriage to have both together. And then
So
we just fade it out, you know, like a good classic David Bowie track. Yeah, it's never gonna end. It'll just fade off into infinity.
Jason, thanks so much for all the insights and techniques that you've showed today. It's been really interesting. I've learned a lot, and it was really interesting also to share, to see that we share the same point of view on music production in general. And you know, you bring it from a total different perspective, so it's quite fascinating. So thank you, and I think we will be doing more videos in the future, and we will have to book you again to come to Montreal and have more videos.
Very curious to hear what people say, and hopefully people get something out of this as well. So.
Yeah, I think with the racks that we are going to share, some people will get creative and have some happy content to share with us.